We are where it says P
for Park,
Grisdale Bridge, and we're going to walk in this direction, sort of westerly. We're going to walk up to Fell End, and then looks like we follow a road for a while, and then break through to Porter's Hill Wood. Porter's Hill, and we come down to this Wyresdale Lake, follow the Wyresdale Lake, and we're going downhill gradually all the way, and we're going down into Scorton, and we're going to go to the Methodist Chapel and go into their coffee morning, where we'll have a break, and after that come down here and we cross the railway line, go down to the river for a short while, and then come off the river, come over the motorway and over to Throstle Nest Farm, and we pick up the track up the Grisdale Valley that we came down this way about 4 to 6 weeks ago, but we're going up here. This is all gradual climb past the reservoirs and back up to the cars, and we're in woodland all the way up that walk, and apparently it's 6.38 miles. I think it says 818 feet of ascent. Right. So the weather's not that brilliant.
818. It's a grey day. It's a grey day in Grisdale here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Roy's, we've all come in 2 cars, Roy's come on his own, and it's a bit chilly as well, so we'll see what we can find to video today. I don't know what we will, but we'll find something, I'm sure. So I've left the cars over there, as you can see, come down a track, the metal track. Come to these gates. When we walked the other way, and this will be the way we're coming back, we came along this little path here. That's in front of me with these steps down there, but we're going now north and then west, and then across towards Scorton, around this side of Nicky Nook. Just come up a little rise here, and we've got the view of the bay coming in, with the power station there. Just about be able to see it in the background. This is Harris End Fell along here, with the road across towards Chipping, that behind me, and Lancaster in front. Now, Chief Wounded Knee would have brought us down here. This is just absolute bog, completely. It's nearly over the boots. It's wet through, sodden, and the only thing we're missing, look at that, disgraceful. The only thing we're missing is Bernard to lead us through it. But he's gone. He knows what he's doing. He sets us off on this walk and then disappears with the C group. So we're left with the bog. Thanks, Bernard. Here we are, Brewers Lane. We've just come off the round the side of the farm there. We've come over the top and then round the right hand side as we're looking at it. Down this little road here, we're turning up here towards west, and then this is a lovely view over to Littledale in the fells over there. Getting into the Bleasdale fells. It's a bit grey and murky over there, but hopefully it'll keep off us for a bit longer. So I just come up another boggy strip, just up here, this little track. And we stop for 11s. It's only 10:30, but the leaders found us some nice seats. Roy's declared UDI and he's gone off on his own and sat up there. Must be his soap or lack of. And then we're still carrying on that way through the gate up there, heading down past these buildings and dropping into Scorton. So here's Alan taking a trying to take a picture of a... Oh, this could be fun. Who's going to end up dirtier? It might be me looking at this what I'm walking in. Anyway, the pig is well and truly behind there. There's a bit of debris on here to tell the moles not to come out. As you can see, pigs on there. Sheep and lambs are all around here. It's brightening up now. It's getting nice now. Look at this. What a panorama. Right the way around here. Littledale, Bleasdale Fells. All the way around here. And then across towards Lancaster. And then over to the bay. And down towards Fleetwood and Blackpool. This is Stalag Scorton by the looks of things. Somebody doesn't want anybody to climb that gate, or there's a suggestion that you shouldn't go through there, I think. Having said that, it's oh no, that's locked as well, so they don't want you going through there or over it, I think is the message received there. So now this is the battle of the rambling groups. Here we go. Oh, morning. So this, I think, is oh, smile, you're on CCTV. Any trespassing on this lake will result in prosecution and criminal record. A brief swim will have very serious consequences for the rest of your life. Oh dear. Strictly private. It's a lovely little lake though. There you go. The serious consequences lake. We won't go through the door. So back again, they don't want us anywhere near this. This is Wisedale Park Estate, no public access. Keep out, strictly private. And yet it's described as the boating lake at Wisedale Park Estate. There's the boat, there's the lake. So, but it's lovely, it's nice, isn't it? If you've got access to a private lake like that, then it'd be a nice little place to be in. And this is one that has nothing to do with Steve Jobs or iPods or iPads, but it's the Apple Store Cafe. Lovely little place. You can't see it, it's part of the old hall. And believe it or not, it was where they used to store their apples in autumn when they fell. So we're heading down the hill now on this rough road. But it's a popular place, is the old Apple Store. And like I say, we're heading down the hill into Scorton. Well, we'll soon be having our lunch or whatever in the church hall, I think. Look at these little jaspers here. Just part of the fence. Just a little bit of a stick coming out of the fence. They're all the way along here. They're just lovely. Quirky Lancashire. Beautiful.
Yeah.
He's even got his hat on. Lovely, these. This is on the way from Scorton up the hill towards Wisedale Hall. 4 acres of magical private woodland, all sorts of things there. Got the Rainbow Alliance, all the woodland crafts here. Another little fella waving at you there. People everywhere. Lovely. What a lovely little place. Look at that. So, Woodcroft Crafts. That's a bit of a tongue teaser. What a lovely little spot. So this is the road that we've just come down from Wisedale Hall, the Apple Store, and here we are at Scorton now, coming into the village and back to, I suppose, normal everyday life. You've got to put up with it sometimes. This is This is quite a site that most people from Lancaster and Morecambe will be familiar with, I think. It's the bridge over the M6, and although you can't really see it, we're going at quite an angle. And when you're coming back north from down south, then, and I'm going to have to shout because of all the traffic noises you can hear, when you see this bridge, it's going at an angle top to bottom from right to left as you're going north. And it's one of the bridges where you sort of think, oh, I'm home now. You're about 20 miles away from home, but it's just that sort of place where you think, right, I'm home. And so here's a fairly quiet M6 today, but there's still such a lot of noise from it. Yeah. So we come down the incline here, past the Priory. This used to be the main cafe in Scorton. We're coming into the village centre now. They've got their own little citron cafe there. And when I say citron, I don't mean lemon and orange and whatever. It's an old citron car. And this is the Priory, the old phone box. Cyclists used to come down here a lot. This is the main village here. Everybody seems to be bypassing the Priory now and going up to the Apple store. And then you come through here, and there on the right hand side is the other place called the Barn. And the Barn is another cafe. So this is the Wesleyan Chapel, the Methodist hall in Scorton. Well, we stopped for lunch and we're moving on from lunch, and this is our lunch table and seating area all around here. A couple of us have had coffee and just made a little donation to the church funds. Have a coffee morning most days here. I think it's 10 till 12. Lovely place to stop, and I think it just sorts out the problems of the village of Scorton with all the people that are sat in there. So I've left the village of Scorton. We're now along the road that goes from Scorton out to the main A6. The railway line's on our left, and on the right here is the fast flowing River Wyre. There's the railway bridge over there, you can just see it between the house and the garage. And then we're going to cut off here to a footpath and go across the fields and skirt to the right of Nickinock. So this is the village of Scorton just over there, and then there's a caravan park there that we walked on previously when we came to the little Methodist church before Christmas. We walked through there from over Cochrane Way, over the Fylde. Can't quite see over to Blackpool yet, we should do later. West Coast Main Line, something due. If it's an Avanti it'll be late, but this is the West Coast Main Line going back to Lancaster that way, Lancaster and north. It's alright, no, you're alright, I've got you all. So we're now moving, we've come off the little path at the side and we're at Grisdale Beck. As long as nobody pushes me in, it's down to my left. We're moving up this path alongside the beck, all the way up to back to the car park. And yeah, these are big beavers that have dammed this, but I think there is a fence running across, and it's so almost at 4-lane ends here. Almost, it's one way to Higher Lane, one way to Barnica Reservoirs, Higher Lane that way, as well as Higher Lane that way, and then this is to Nickinock via the Grisdale Valley. I think we're sticking on the Grisdale Valley and heading, following the back all the way up to the car park, and this is Grisdale Beck that we're going to follow. Crows are getting ready to nest up there. Here come the rest of the guys here. We're just climbing up now, steadily climbing. There's the beck down at the bottom. There's a bit of concrete around there. It's something to do with, I would think, the overflow from the reservoirs at Barnacre, which are over the top of there. There's a path down to the bottom and a little outstation here. So back on familiar territory now. This is where we came. We walked the way I'm facing now, actually, some weeks ago around the Barnacre reservoirs. This is the overspill reservoir, the reserve reservoir. Is that such a word? Anyway, I don't know. But we're just making our way back up the hill, back up to Grisdale Beck and Grisdale Bridge, and just having a 2 o'clockses. Now, this is where we are. Over the back of here, somewhere is Nicky Nook. And we're heading back to the cars. So this is just off our beaten path. This is the back way up to Nicky Nook, which is a popular walk in this area. So we're not going up there today. It's quite steep. What? And then we're just coming down here and going along this path back up towards Grisdale Bridge. So we're walking back now along the track back to Grisdale Bridge, still following the beck down there. And those of you that remember, we're going to do a bit of the drifters now, but instead of being under, we're going to be over on the boardwalk. But it's nice here, very pretty, very tranquil. It's better than being on that motorway bridge near Scorton with that roar of engines going past all day. Tired noise. Beautiful down here. So we're heading our way back up. Little bit of work done here on a bench that Alan's going to photograph. We've come up Grisdale Beck, which is just down the bottom there. You can see the last boardwalk that we came over, with the beck on the right hand side there. And we're heading back up this way up the paths, not far at all now, over these steps and back to the cars. So our last bit of walking now is on the sleepers. Railway sleepers set down on the pathway. There are the cars in the background over there. We're heading our way back. We've done our 6 miles and a bit. I don't know how far it will be in the end, but we're now coming to the junction of the path that we left this morning, and we pointed that out to rejoin that path and make our way back up to the cars. And as I say, we've done our 6 and a bit miles. This is Grisdale Beck, making its way down that way, and inshallah, God willing, God behaving himself, and we've kept dry, which is remarkable today with the forecast that we had. So that's it for this week, folks. See you next week.